Hello there. Welcome everyone to a brand new little series of videos that we are doing on our new channel, Batleths and Sabers. So this is going to be all about the AI wars. We'll get into that in a second, but first I'd just like to introduce myself to anyone who hasn't watched before. I am Tom, and my amazing co-host is...
Don't know who he is, but I'm Ben. So I'm the other host here, and live long and prosper, and may the force be with you. And we do that at the end. Never mind. Let's carry on with what we're doing. So,
Absolutely,
what are we
absolutely.
doing today?
No, it's all good. Yeah, so what you can see on the screen, we're talking about AI generated images. So the purpose of this little activity for Ben and I is to cycle through a few different artificial intelligence created images and try to guess what those images are representing. Now, these are going to be very much focused in on either Star Wars or Star Trek. I have not seen any of Ben's images. Ben, have you seen any of mine?
Not so. I am very curious what's going to come out here. I can't remember if we decided whether they're both going to be one from each or whether they're going to be whatever we choose. So I am completely fresh of that from that, but yeah, I'm excited.
Me too. So, without any further ado, shall we get straight into it?
Yeah, no problem. So I'm going to be guessing six of Tom's, and I'm going to go on to my six, and Tom's going to have a guess at those. So I'm ready to change my screen to see what we have for the first pick.
Drum roll.
So, oh, drum roll. Okay. Hang on. Oh, so this is movies.
This is
So I
movies.
nearly,
Yes, so this category for the first two images are movies. So you
yeah.
need to guess based off of this artificially generated image which movie is it representing.
So we have 14 movies, including the one for Section 31.
That's assuming this is Star Trek.
Assuming this is Star Trek. Sorry, I have a very much guessed what this is already.
I can
Um,
imagine.
so I'm so I'm trying to fix this out a little bit. Thinking, um, for first six films were original series, the Borg haven't come out. The J.J. Abrams ones, that's the original series, so that's that, and they didn't appear in 31. So you got four there from TNG area, and only one is the Borg, and that's got to be the First Contact film.
I did say to
So
you before we started, you're going to find a lot of mine very easy. But yes, you are
yeah,
absolutely correct. That is meant to be representing the battle between the Federation and the Borg Cube over Earth at the start of Star Trek First Contact, which is my
yeah.
favorite Star Trek movie.
Oh,
If you have not watched that, guys, please jump in. Paramount Plus, DVD, wherever you can find it, give it a watch. It's awesome.
I'm curious about these. I like these other ships in them. It's like with like two different exhaust pipe colors as well. Uh, at least on the one in the left.
Yeah, yeah,
What
AI
it,
is interesting that way.
it's nice. Okay, so let's go into the second one. Um, deep breath.
I told
Oh,
you.
good. I love the volcano in the background. Who the hell is the guy on the left? I got no idea, but the guy on the right definitely looks like Obi-Wan Kenobi. Um,
And it's really, really
so
funny because I did not ask I did not ask AI to create an image that represented Obi-Wan Kenobi. That is
yeah,
not what I asked for. It delivered him anyway.
so oh, this has definitely got to be dueled on. Is it Mustafa?
It is. It is.
This
It's
is
Jewel and
yeah,
Mustafar.
yeah, but they're jumping between the platforms, which I've got no idea where this. But it's a lava, and it looks like it's actually heading towards them. Actually, to be honest, it almost looks like a battle between somebody from Game of Thrones and Star Wars. There,
Kind
almost the
of.
way I was. Yeah,
Aye, you're right. It looks
uh,
like something between Game of Thrones, a battle between someone from Game of Thrones on the left, someone from Star Wars on the
yeah,
right, and it looks like they're
yeah.
in Mordor from Lord of the Rings.
Yes. So, yeah, Yeah, this has got to be episode 3. For this one. So,
What's the full title? You don't get the point unless you give the full title.
oh God, okay, okay. This is me embarrassing myself because I always forget the
Do
titles
do
in
do do
the.
do 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 do
So,
do
then-
do 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 do
that's
do
not
do
helping,
do
you
do
know that. uh, oh, damn it. Okay, I always get them muddled up. I've got Revenge of the Sith in my head, but it's not
No,
Revenge of the
you've got it.
Sith.
That's
It's
it. Well done. Star Wars Episode
oh,
3 Revenge of the Sith.
have I? Okay, yeah. Somehow I was getting all my films muddled up. I don't know why I always do with uh, uh, some of them. There's a handful there.
No, no,
Anyway,
you were spot on. I found it interesting that it added the volcano, and it did make me wonder why didn't we see any volcanoes on Mustafar in Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith? But there you go.
yeah, that would have been nice actually. Yeah.
Agreed. So that was movies. Well
Anyway,
done. You got your
hey,
first 2 for 2.
32. Happy with that. Especially as I had a doubt for a second, or where I was doubting the titles of the films. So yeah. Anyway, so next round after this, as you can see, starships. Again, this is me having a guess at this, and we will get around to seeing if Tom could do some for here. Well, I've got some done some for Tom as well.
I
So
imagine that Ben's made it a lot more difficult for me than I have for him, but I will say the starships round from my images you're about to see are probably the most difficult out of the 3 rounds.
well, okay. Whereas I think my starship ones are probably going to be the easier ones. So
Oh, okay. That's
anyway,
really interesting if that is the case.
let's go. Okay, what? Okay. So
So,
what?
so, so I'll give you a clue. I can see right away you're kind of going, huh? What is it?
So, oh, unless it's galaxy, that's entirely possibly where it's a galaxy class. Um, and the most, so it could either be the galaxy class, and if we're not, we're going for one of the most famous ones, which may be the Enterprise D. But that's oh yeah, what that yeah, it could be a galaxy, just the wrong color. Uh,
The color is a big giveaway here.
is it? Or so that's like an orangey red with yellow in the middle. Falcon, no. So I'm just going through ship names in my head as well as classes. Orange and
So
what?
when I say that, I'm trying to move you away from thinking it's a galaxy. It's not a galaxy.
It's not a galaxy. Okay. So what was your original clue? Because I was not. That went past my.
What is it? But
What is it?
basically, I asked the AI to create an image that represents the word, and this is what it gave me.
Okay, word. So okay.
So if that's not a galaxy, what could
Gas
it be?
acid. Solar system. A black hole. A hole. Dust cloud. But that's not really helping me. So let's go with some of the famous starships in my head. Oh, the Enterprise, no. Voyager, no. Discovery, probably not. Defiant, probably not. Home One, no. Millennium Falcon, no. X-Wing, no. Uh, uh, there. Oh God, this one's gonna swirl, gassy, circle, 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 circle.
You're going to
I
kick
am drawing a blank.
yourself.
I probably will kick myself so
Is that
much.
time? Well, I'll tell you.
Oh, unless you want to give me other clues, no, this is definitely
I can't
Tom.
really give you any other clues.
Oh, fair enough.
Um.
I
Oh,
will kick
oh,
myself.
oh. Okay. I will almost give it to you. It's a star.
Oh, oh, you are you counting that as a starship? The Death Star. Star Destroyer, Imperial Star Destroyer. I don't know.
No, neither of those.
Oh, Star. No, you've got me. I've got. Wow, didn't think you'd be able to stump me on this. Actually,
Well, that is the protostar.
I'm Prodigy.
From
Yeah,
Prodigy, the very same. I'm going to make a note just here because I think I've noticed something I've done wrong here. Or maybe not wrong, but, it's a learning thing. We go as we go. I think we were trying to aim to do one thing for Star Trek and one thing for Star Wars for each of our categories. All of my remaining picks are Star Trek.
oops. You shouldn't have given that away. To be
I
honest.
shouldn't have, but then you'd have been at a disadvantage because the next image you'd be thinking about Star Wars the entire time, and it's not a Star Wars thing. That wouldn't have been fair.
Fair.
So yes, apologies, but let's keep going with it because that's funny and a learning curve for me. So yes, so 2 out of 3 so far is not bad, Ben. So yes, that's a protostar from Star Trek. Prodigy. It's a beautiful, sleek ship, actually.
It is. Yeah.
And it's got this special protostar drive that helps them travel even faster than any typical starship, which is pretty cool.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. It, it is a gorgeous ship.
Oh yes,
Lovely picture. And I like that one, and it's one that's made me go, what is it? And
it could
it's
have been
like, yeah,
so
made me
many
struggle.
things, couldn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
You're gonna hate the next one because I
Okay.
couldn't encourage AI to give us what I was after. So best of luck. You're gonna need it.
Okay, let's go. Oh, okay. So I have a feeling I'm going to find this easier, mainly because of the station in the background.
I totally forgot. In the end, I'd asked it to put the station in the background to try and help you.
But
So actually, you're right. You might get this easier.
even though it's not spot on, it definitely looks like both of these are Cardassian architecture in my eyes, especially the station. It was the dark panel and the darkness of it all. So I'm going to make this quick because I was so long for the last one. But I'm going to go with the Defiant for that one, just out of process of elimination. And
Well
that's
done.
the Deep Space Nine one, not the Constitution class
Yes,
one.
exactly. Bonus points for the star base in the background. Not really.
Terra Knot.
Well done. Bonus points.
Yeah. No.
Brilliant.
Or it could be Emperor, but who
Oh
knows?
yes, true, true. Well, there isn't. There's no wormhole in the distance there. Remember, maybe we
No,
should get the
not
protostar
visible
image
yet.
in the background.
The thing is, yeah, it's Empire Nor because the image is always showed it on a slight angle.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what's on next round? We've already
Yes,
done
so the
that one there.
next round is all about characters. So if I remember right, the first one here you should get immediately. The second one you are going to get pretty quickly too. Just heads up. So if you do find these difficult, I will be surprised.
Then I'll see if I can talk through that. So let's get on to this one. Okay, he's bold. It's a he. Looks like uh, something green in the background, clean and present land. Is that a barrel of some kind in the offerer's right arm?
Could be.
Very look. It's possibly something that is definitely consistent with the look of vines. For what it's worth, there's a river or a lake in the background, but I think it's absolutely no idea. I've got no idea if this guy is actually French, but his arms definitely look as pumped as Patrick Stewart's, in my opinion. So um, it's got to be Jean-Luc Picard.
It is the very same. A reality where he has a beard. Um,
Yeah,
and you know what? I tried so many times to tell the AI to produce the image with the man with no facial hair, with no beard, with no goatee, and so many different words. And it just kept giving it to me with the beard.
Yes,
That
it is.
eventually it gave up on me and it said, "You're not allowed to create any more images right now." I was like, "Okay, you go away," and a little stubborn F. But if there's one thing I'll take away from that, is that artificial intelligence is still very stupid. So we have nothing to worry
Oh,
about in
what
terms of
is it?
Skynet or world
Yeah.
domination yet.
No, give it a couple of years, and hopefully they'll be there and start ripping our arms off and taking over the world.
Touche.
But as of yet, yeah.
As of yet, we are
Anyway,
safe.
that's good. Yeah. Here's the last one to go. So have we got somebody in an Irish rugby top or doing some engineering or something like that?
Not
That's
quite.
no. Let's see. Oh, okay. So
Talking about artificial intelligence.
it is okay. First person. I won't go the first person I'm thinking of. But I've gave me two people. They're right. It's either going to be somebody who's come from the Borg, like 7 and 9, each have, for example. Um, you could also, yeah, only other person um, you could go into it like a Zoom type android with this one. So this looks like nearest damn it fully robot, but they really do look like the droid you see early on in Picard. Actually, that was that type of on like First Contact Day. In my opinion, that's with a little bit of an opening. That's what
Yeah,
they are.
I can see
Uh,
where you're coming from there.
it's like the look at the front of the face. But it's got to be Data. If it's not Data, I would be very surprised.
Well done.
That one.
It's Data. So that gives you 5 out of 6. Congratulations. That is a very good run.
Yay! Well done. Hey, I like that score. Well done. Oh, did like those. Yeah. Okay, Tom, are you ready for this? See if you can do as well as me.
No. Let's go for it. Let's go try 5 out of 6. That is going to be a difficult one to beat.
Go for
Just
the so
remember,
the
I was
movies.
nice. I gave you hints.
No problem. So let's go to the first one on this. Um, there we are.
Okay, that is from Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith when Anakin is killing all your younglings.
Do you reckon that? Yeah. Final answer.
That was me without actually thinking about it. I just saw all of the um I'm gonna call them kids. They're all happy and smiling. They've all got lightsabers and dancing around, and it just reminds me of this scene. I don't know if it was from a Lego game or if it was made up, but it's Anakin talking to himself about how he's gonna have to walk in and execute all these younglings during Order 66. And he says, just go to your happy place. And then he goes into the big field for the sunflowers where he and Padme roll around one time. And he just goes about tearing the things to shreds. And it's actually obviously the younglings. So that is what that image reminds me of immediately. um,
Oh,
so I'm trying to think, is there anything else that could be? Because that's a lot of Jedi celebrating. Oh, where's my stream disconnected? Oh, sorry everyone, technical issues. That was weird. Don't know why it did that. Um, yeah, could that be anything else? It's a party, so they're celebrating. So that could be. Oh, hang on. Yes, that could be at the end of Return of the Jedi, but they're not all Jedi. There's only one Jedi at that point, really. So, and these guys all have laser swords, or what looks like laser swords. So, yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna stick with that being the Anakin. Oh wait, no, it could be. I was about to say it could have been Star Wars: The Old Republic, but this is the movies bit, so it
this
can't
is
be. It
movies.
can't be that at all. Yeah, I'm going to stick with it. I've deliberated long enough. It's from Star Wars
I
Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith when Anakin's about to execute all the younglings.
I did have a list of exactly what I put in to try to get some of these ones, but I can't remember what it is. I'm going for practically the unknown film, and it's going to be the Clone Wars one, the animated one.
You went for the
So
worst Star Wars film of the entire franchise.
yes,
It's
and
so
I don't know.
terrible, by the way. I've only watched it once. I'm getting a feeling for how you're pitching these now. Okay.
Yes, I don't know why there's balloons in here or paint. I got no idea, or things, but it was. I was probably something along the lines of, "Can I have a load of clones having a war with light
Clones.
sticks?"
Clones, they all look the
And
same. Of course.
yeah, yeah,
And actually, they've
uh,
got it's almost like they're wearing the white armor now that you've said clones. I can see that now.
yeah,
Well done.
yeah, yeah. So that was that one. So
Oh, well done. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Okay, so I'm currently 0 for 6. Fudge.
seriously, yeah.
Okay, come on, round 2.
Let's be nice. 0 for 1. So
Hit me.
there we are. So
Oh my word. So that's a tree. You've got people there, stars. It's the swirl that's going through it. You've got the trees representing lands and places, trees branching out, multiple possibilities. You know what this makes me think of? Star Trek Generations and the Nexus. I'm going to go with that. Star Trek Generations and the Nexus.
yeah, to be honest, I had for at the beginning of this, I'm going. I've done this so long ago that I was going, "What the heck is this again?" And I managed to confuse myself. But yeah, no, this is generations. So I put in a description for like a generations thing. Yeah. So well done. This is like the family tree. You've got the families in the side there. Um,
The family tree. So
and
this is everything because one of the main themes in Generations is family,
yeah,
and
yeah,
that's seen throughout it from Picard learning about the loss of his brother and nephew. You've got the family ties of the crew themselves and how that's tested a bit and how Geordie's used against them. You've got Soren's need to get back to the Nexus. You have Picard reflecting on his family and what could have been when he's in the Nexus. You've got the whole ending of an era with Kirk's side of things. I could go on. Sorry, I love that movie to bits.
no, it is really, yeah, no, it is really good. And yeah, glad you got that. Glad you got,
Yay, I got one.
yeah. And yeah, I written descriptions down for everyone so I could remind myself what they are. I've got that reference. I'm going off the top of my head now.
And I'll say like beautifully done because you look at that image, right? And Joe Bloggs, who isn't thinking about Star Trek, would have no idea that was anything to do with Star Trek.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
phenomenal, mate. What a clever one. Good job.
And we'll go on to the next ones.
Yeah, no pressure on me this time. I'm one of two. I'm not allowed to get any more wrong, or you've won.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's
Oh,
see
no
if
pressure.
we can do this. Yeah. Um. Hopefully these ones going to be. I haven't got the easiest one, but I've got a bonus one at the end for you. With you won it.
Oh, okay, okay, cool. Let's see.
Yeah. So,
So this time we're on starships.
so Starship. So there we are.
See, I was going to say Borg cube because of the cube, but then I'm looking at the horses. I'm like, horses and strawberry jam? Um, what the
This one I put
moopsie?
in a very changed description for what I wanted it to thing, and this is what it came up with.
It's Borg cube. The only other thing it could
Yeah.
be. Oh, sorry, on you go.
No, carry on.
The only other thing it could have been, and it isn't because we're talking about starships, is like the box to one of the Bajoran orbs. That's the other thing it
Yeah,
reminds me
it
of.
is.
But I'm gonna go ball cube.
It is ball cube. I didn't ask it to do a ball cube. I don't. I think I put it in. I might have put a box in there, cube, but I think I asked for a Swedish cube.
Ah,
So
Swedish cube. Okay, I like it.
because ball sounds Swedish.
Apparently,
So,
strawberries and blueberries are Swedish too.
yeah. So, and you ready for the next one in the starships?
Go for it. Go for it.
Let's go for it. So there we are.
Ah,
Starship number 2 on the wall.
ah. Okay. It's a yellow huss with
Our
blue
house.
windies and the number 1. Okay. Okay. So let's think this through.
We picked out actually all the obvious things. That's that.
Yellow house. So your last one was Star Trek. So I'm gonna try and go on Star Wars. Why does the stream keep disappearing on me? That's really off-putting. Don't know why it's doing that. Sorry, everyone watching for the technical difficulties. I'm gonna think Star Wars. Would I be right to say Star Wars?
Yeah, I'll have you that. Yes,
Yeah,
I.
cool, cool.
Yeah, you
So
can have that.
the number 1, Rogue One. That's the movie. So that one could relate to that. I can't think of actually, you know what's funny? You could have, and it won't be this, but it's yellow with blue in it. It came first. That would be Anakin Skywalker's pod racer from Star Wars Episode 1: The Phantom Menace. That's not a starship, so it's not going to be that. However, a yellow starship is the Naboo starfighter. That's yellow. I can't think of any other yellow starship. But if we think about the number 1 designation, no. The other thing it could be, there is another yellow one. Anakin Skywalker's starfighter in Star Wars Episode 3: Revenge of the Sith is yellow off the top of my head. Is it yellow? Oh no, I can't remember. And Anakin is the chosen one. It's Anakin Walker's starship from Star Wars Episode 3: Revenge of the Sith. I'm locking it in.
No, it's not.
No. Okay, I unlock that. I unlock that, and I'm gonna go with the Naboo starfighter.
I love these ideas. They're absolutely amazing. But no.
Okay, I'll take that one away. Um, number 1. I'm
Okay.
gonna go back to Rogue One.
Mhm.
I'm thinking about the number 1 is obviously there for a reason, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So the only other, because it's either the chosen one, who's Anakin, or Rogue One, the movie. Now
Yeah.
I know you have a. Hmm?
I was about to say, in that movie, where did it get its title from?
Rogue One. That was the rebels, the band of rebels that got the plans for the Death Star.
So I'm just saying. I'm just asking a question there.
Oh right, okay. Yeah, they were called Rogue One because they just decided to go off and do it. Right.
I was trying to send you down a rabbit hole there, but it's not working.
Nah,
Uh,
sorry. It's not. See, I was going to say,
okay. So,
if I'm thinking Rogue One, the Star Wars story, right? The Hammerhead Corvette, you love that Hammerhead Corvette scene.
yeah, that. Oh, yes. Knocking into the ship, going
But
through the.
it's not a house. I'm like a starship that's also a home. Millennium Falcon is a starship that's a home. No. Oh my god. Oh my god. There is a starship in Star
It
Wars
dawned
that
on
is.
you.
There's a starship in
Has it
Star
done
Wars.
it? It dawned on you.
Ah, and it's called Home Something. And it's from one of the sequel trilogy. I think it might be episode 8.
I don't know if it was in the sequel, but it was definitely in the original trilogy.
Oh, was it in the original trilogy?
Definitely.
Home,
This hint is not definitely not a trap.
oh, for Pete's sake. So you're telling me it's Admiral Akbar's ship? I can't remember its flippin' moop-seeing name.
Okay.
Home,
You were you were concentrating on one thing from this picture.
home
Add that to
blue,
what you've got.
home
What
one,
you've
homeward
Yeah, home
one.
one.
Home, is it home
Home
one? Is that
one.
what it is? Yes, I got
Yes,
it at
it was.
last. I'm sorry that took so long, but yes.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
home
I'm
one.
adamant I'm not losing another point. But honestly,
Yeah.
if you need to keep me to time, mate, just tell me off and what to call it, countdown me. Right, home one.
Yeah.
I thought it was something longer than that.
That is that.
I totally
It is
overthought
that.
that though, didn't I? I was going like, ooh,
You
yellow, like a Naboo starfighter. It's literally home one. It says it on the tin.
Yes, it is. That one is. Yeah, I thought. And quickly, this for a bonus one, if we have time. There we are.
Interesting.
Just for reference, this is a class.
A class.
So,
Okay, okay. Oh, is that a crossfield?
no, it's an X-wing.
Yeah, like that.
So
You
that
like
was our
that a lot.
bonus one over and done with. Quick answer. Yeah, it was like, can you do me an X with wings?
As a
And
kid,
he
you
did.
go. Ah, nice
Yeah.
one. I like that.
Okay.
Good job.
And okay. And let's go on to the next one, which is going to be personnel or characters. Going to be quick with this one. Going to head on to the first, my first character for Tom. See if he does as well as me. So here we are.
Admiral
Don't know.
Akbar.
Reckon that's that. Oh, okay. Final answer.
No.
Sorry,
um,
I might be. Dino, I might be trying to put you off here and
yeah, you are
trick
a
you
little
here.
bit. No. It's all good. Um, you know, I think Admiral Akbar is wearing an admiral's uniform. He's on the helm of a starship, and albeit he doesn't have the species face, but he is obviously a fish-related alien, which Admiral Akbar is. Ergo, Admiral Akbar. Final answer.
Close. Are you sure this is not a pike?
Oh, it's Christopher Pike. Okay, well done, Christopher Pike. I'll take that.
It was a last minute one. It was like, oh, can you do me a pike, Captain Pike on this bridge? It was just
Yeah, I
like,
wouldn't have got that because I've got
there we
no
are.
idea what a pike looks like. So yeah, I see exactly where you got that from though. Well done. That was good.
Yeah. Yeah. So that, yeah, that was a bit of luck really, because I don't know if I could remember what a pike looked like, but yeah. Anyway, but Akbar would have been my one, which is probably why I stuck with it, because you could go either way. So, and on to my second character. This one I think is going to be a challenging one. You're going
Mm.
to have to decipher what is on the screen for this, in my opinion. If
So
you
we
get it
have
straight
a
away, I'll be impressed.
giant tractor farming a tiny strip of fields in the clouds with stars and planets in the horizon, floating land masses of some kind, and an old man with a hat walking with a brush. You
My
know what I
opinion,
did you know who oh,
go on.
sorry, what you gonna say?
I was going to give you a clue there, but no, go for it. Go for what you're thinking for the minute.
He reminds me of the gardener at Starfleet Academy that's been described in
Oh,
TNG and Voyager. I believe his name is Busby?
at Boothby.
Boothby.
Yeah,
I'm going to go with
I like
Boothby.
it. Oh, I'm going to give you a clue, and it's going to
Okay.
be you're going to have to put about three. Yeah, you're going to have to put about three, four things together here.
Ah, okay.
So You
Um,
got an occupation. You got a couple things that actually combine together to make a name on this one.
so the occupation's farmer. Am I right?
Yeah, you are
Okay.
right there.
Occupation's farmer. Clouds, space, cloud, space, tractor. I don't know what those floating things are. I'm really struggling to see that. I'm gonna blow up the screen a second. Hang on. Right, everyone, let's take a
Boom.
really close look, everyone. Um, yeah, that still doesn't help. I think they're just floating islands. Is that right?
Don't give any clues on that one.
Why are you not giving any clues on that one? That's really.
I don't know.
Okay, so that bit's irrelevant. That's good to know. That's good to know. That bit's irrelevant. um, space tractor clouds. So we're in the sky. Sky walker. Farmer. Moisture farmers. That could be Luke Skywalker. Or Lars. Or Shmi. Or Uncle Owen. Or Aunt Prue.
Yeah. To be honest, it's AI, so it wouldn't surprise me if it could be any of them.
Skywalker limits it to Luke.
It is Luke Skywalker.
Yes.
Yeah, a farmer
Oh,
walking in the sky.
thank you. Thank you. That was phenomenal. You've done so much better than I did. Yours are so much more creative. I'm
Yeah.
definitely going to up my game for the next one.
I
I
don't.
think
Well,
I
I'm going
think
to
I
keep
think
up with this. Then.
I think my most creative one was the protostar.
That was definitely. Thing is, I was going with some of these because it didn't like me saying do an image of X person because it's like
Is it?
that's copyright. That's copyright.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It was just like, okay, be creative. Give it some suggestions. Like, could you do me a farmer that walks in the sky? Can you do me a cube that sounds Swedish or seems Swedish? Or um, actually Captain Pike was very direct, but that's because I thought, oh, they could do something with Pike and a captain and a bridge, and it's just like, um, so I'll tell you what, one that nearly got in. I'm going to show you that now. Is my
Oh, there you
bonus
go.
one.
That's very similar to my Picard, isn't it? Look at that.
Yeah, that's my a French captain who owns a vineyard.
I like that. Yeah, yeah, that's very similar.
Yeah,
Very nice.
cool.
Um,
Um, and yeah.
oh,
So
is that the
anyway,
characters done?
yeah, that's the characters done
Oh,
for my
nice
one.
one. Well, you had to
Yeah,
give me a few more hints through yours than I did to you on mine. So I think out of the two of us, you definitely deserve that win.
yeah. No, but no, thank you. Your one that was interesting. I like that, and it was definitely inventive and
Oh no, no,
some of them.
but yours was on the next level inventive. Like I'm going to take a lot of inspiration from what you've done there for the next one. I need to up
Yeah,
my game for our
yeah.
second round. That was
Definitely
really really good
look
fun.
forward to it. Oh, this, and if you want more of this, hopefully you can see us in 2 weeks' time for our next one. So thank you very much, and live long and prosper.
Until next time,
And the force
everyone.
be with you.